name is Gregory Leone, and I brought authentic Italian ice from Brooklyn, New York to Thousand Oaks, California. So the ingredients are basically whatever's good for my kids goes into the ice, right? I grew up eating Italian ice in Brooklyn in the early 70s. We went to all the Italian ice spots and graded them and talked about which one was better, but this is the original from 1927, Brooklyn, New York. It's been the best in New York for almost 100 years. We bring our recipes from New York City, and they were developed by the Sicilians in the early 1900s. Gelato is a very thick version of ice cream. They mix it at a slower RPM than ice cream, and then they call it gelato. This is different. This is not heavy. There's no butter fat, water-based. The cream ice is the original, and the cream ice, everything on this side of the menu, is made with water-based, but made with a little bit of whole milk. So it's a little creamier than the water side, but it's still light, nothing like ice cream. That ice machine, the patent, the original patent for that ice machine is 1908 or 1909, the Emery Thompson. If you've ever seen those pictures of the barrel, the wooden barrel with the crank on top, so that's the Emery Thompson, and that is the evolution, what we just made the ice on, of that barrel ice cream machine. So what I love about serving this community is that not only do they eat the ice, but they get the New York culture when they come here. So when we built this property, we wanted to model it exactly after New York, as if you were walking into a little slice of New York City when you enter the property. So what we did was, the bricks are from Brooklyn, the cement work is from New York City, the manhole covers are actually from New York City. This is how it is in Brooklyn. You walk through the streets of Brooklyn, you will see buildings that look exactly like this. If I put this mixture in now, it'll basically turn gray because it'll mash everything up. So I have to wait till it's almost finished, then dump it in. This is one of the flavors that we're famous for, pistachio. We're famous for, in New York, pistachio, all the chocolates, vanilla chip, Sicilian spumoni, and the coconut lemon. Rainbow cookie is made with authentic New York 7-layer cookies. And that is a Leone's Ices. So spicy cherry is a very special flavor. It was developed by Ron Thal, the guitar player from Guns N' Roses and Asia and Sons of Apollo. And I called him up one day. I grew up with Ron. And I called him up one day and I said, I want you to to come up with an Italian ice flavor, and I'm gonna make you a signature flavor. His stage name is Bumblefoot, so it'll be the Bumblefoot signature series. And as soon as I said that, he said spicy cherry. So it took me about, I'm gonna say, a half a year to come up with this recipe. And that spicy cherry, it's not spicy where a kid can't eat it. So you could give this to a baby and they wouldn't be running around with their head on fire. And we put green cherries in it and make it with a very light undertone of jalapeno. So creamsicle ice is vanilla and orange ice. Some people call it 50-50. That's the old school name. But we just call it creamsicle. But it's very tough to make and keep in the freezer because the orange water ice freezes at a different temperature than vanilla ice cream or vanilla cream ice. So we have to make it to order. So what we do is we take the vanilla chip and we have a creamsicle bin. We put the vanilla chip in and then we take some orange and we mix it as we scoop it. And that's really the only way to make creamsicle. Real creamsicle. Because you have to have water ice and cream ice together and there's no way to keep it in the freezer. One of them will be liquid, the other will stay frozen. This West Coast version is the only real Italian ice on the West Coast. There's other versions and that's theirs. They could call it Italian ice, but this is the original Italian ice from 1927. In fact, my ingredients still come from Brooklyn. Same distributor. I got started in the Italian ice business in California in 1991 when I came to California and my aunt had asked me what I want for dessert, and I said Italian ice, and she said, no, they don't have that here. And that sparked the idea of bringing Italian ice to California.